You know, they say happy wife, happy life. My wife bought these bowls and she wanted some lids for them. So I took some and I made some out of cherry. Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be a little project. My wife purchased this set of 3 natural marble bowls with the little spoon, and she wants a lid to go on these. And so we were in the store, she's looking at this and she's like, oh, can you make me some lids to put on these? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So that was several weeks ago and I still haven't done it. So like any other project that your wife usually asks you for, put it off until she keeps complaining or threatening to buy something else. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to turn 3 lids for these little marble things. They're going to be pretty small, but I'm going to take and use this cherry board that I have. It's some rough cut stuff you might recognize from the segmented bowl that I did. But I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff kind of roughed out and shaped, and then get some little lids made for these marble condiment sets. So we're about 57.81 millimeters, or 2 and about 1/4 inches for the internal diameter. For the outside diameter, which is right at 3 inches, or if you're looking at millimeters, about 77 millimeters. So I'm going to get some blanks cut out of this piece right here, and then we'll get those kind of turned between centers on the lathe so that we can hold them and go from there. Okay, so I want to get my, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to go about, let's go about 1 3/4 inch, and I'm going to make that my radius here. That's going to give me a blank that's big enough to go through and have a little bit of slop if I need to. So I'm going to cut or draw off some circles here. Okay, I think I like this spot here. I got those drawn up. Let's go over to the bandsaw and get those cut out. Alright, so we have this, and we've got to figure out how we're going to mount this, and I figured we would do a turn between centers. It'll leave a couple dots on there, but I can turn those away once I get the internal portion done. So I'm going to get, let's see if I can get that piece out. Okay, now let's get the wood mounted up here. So need to find center actually. So I do have a dot there, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that this is centered on both sides, because it's close. Okay. Let's do it, actually round it a little bit. Okay, that's pretty true. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that faced off so we can get a chuck on it. So I need to go and figure out where that measurement is for the thing. So the internal thing, I'm going to use that as the tenon for my 4-jaw chuck. So if you remember, we had our inside measurement of the little bowls here right at, you know, 2.25 inches or so. I'm measuring right now, it's like 2.27 inches. So I want to go for 2.25 and use that. So essentially what I'll do is I'll go through and see, is that going to be, I think I need to go over a little bit. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more on there. Turn that down to that and let's see what we look at here. I'm pretty sure that's it, but we're gonna go ahead and check anyways. Yep, that's gonna fit perfectly. So I'm gonna trim this down just a little bit more. So I have maybe 3/8, maybe 1/4 of an inch in there to kind of sit inside that bowl. Okay, so I don't want to push too much on here because I don't want to create too many more holes in there because I got to trim these off. So I'm going to check this inside the bowl real quick. So we've got here, and okay, it fits a little loose, which I'm actually okay with, but it looks good. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this part turned around, cleaned up, and then we'll turn the top kind of to the shape that we want. Okay, I think we'll probably end up having to change the jaws though. I want to turn this off first, and then we'll go and check the bottom half. Okay, we'll get that in there. And it doesn't matter if I scar the outside of this because that's going to get turned away. And I can get rid of the tailstock. Okay, that does not look like it's going to be even. Maybe I should have kept the tailstock too. Okay, I think that's mostly good to go. All right. And we'll still treat it up just such. Okay. Now we've got to change the jaws out on the chuck. Now this is one of those things that would be great if I had another chuck to do this with, but unfortunately I do not. This is one of those, I guess, bad things about being a small YouTuber. You actually have to pay for your own tools. All right, let me go ahead and get these jaws changed out. Okay, so I've got the smaller jaws on here, and I've got this mounted up from the tenon that we just turned. So now I'm going to trim this down to size. Now, remember we were going for 3 inches, and I want to be a little bit closer on this one than what we did on the inside, just because this one I think really does need to be very accurate. So you can see we've got about maybe 3/16 of an inch to take off. So let's go ahead and get that done. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, still got a ways to go. Okay, that is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So let's get the rest of that turned down to that diameter. Then we will kind of shape the top to something a little bit more pleasant than just a flat top. I think we'll do a slight dome and then just have a little, like a pinch handle at the top. I'm actually going to change my tip out. I'm going to use a diamond point bit here. This is going to kind of undercut the little handle there and give it a little bit of shape. I don't want just a little square nub sticking up, so. Now, if you're interested about the tools I'm using, this is just a cheap set of carbide tools that I got from Amazon. You can check those out if you want. I don't have any kind of affiliates or anything like that, so at least not yet. So I'm just going to touch in under here. Let's round over that edge a little bit. I'm actually going to indent the inside a little bit. Okay, so I think I like the way that's looking. I'm going to go ahead and get this sanded up, and then I'm going to use my homemade polishing paste. If you haven't seen the video for that, I will link that in the description as well. But let me go ahead and get this sanded up and then polished. Okay, that's polished up to 600 with the sandpaper. Now I'm going to use my pastes, and I'm going to finish it with a beeswax and mineral oil mix, and that's just because it's going to be used around food, and I want to make sure that it's going to be food safe. Probably use a little too much on this one. That was the coarse paste. Now for the medium paste. And this is our fine polish going in last. We'll actually put the beeswax and mineral oil on after this, but this should be the last polishing stage at least. Alright, and finally the polish. The polish is just a little bit thicker than the abrasive pastes, so it's going to actually sit on the surface just a little bit more, although being just beeswax and mineral oil, it will soak in and kind of protect the wood, but leave a natural kind of wood finish. Okay, so there is our finished lid. I want to go ahead and put some polish on the back side and finish that up, but this will give us like a little lid to put on our little bowls. So kind of sits like that. It'll sit on the counter, and I think that looks nice.